Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. And a look at the recent power rankings. Some interesting stories here in the early part of December. You take a look at Cincinnati. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And you know, right now for the visiting team, they weren't supposed to be this effective at this point in the season. The question now is, can they sustain it?
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Easy Breezy, Prez out there with T, and there's Bennett. And for Cincinnati, Rush out there with Harrison. Then it's Big Smooth. Then it's Q, and it's Newman in at the 5, roaming the paint. Hey, Clark, when you're on the road, what are some things that help bring teams, closer together?
Well, one of the common things for all people is food. So gathering for dinner as teammates is one of those ways you can bond. Maybe taking in a movie, perhaps a comedy show, anything that can lighten the pressure, what goes on the court, so that you get a chance to know each other as more than just teammates.
Here's Q. Pass to Rush. Three-pointer on the way. The rebound by Bennett. Here's T. They set the pick. Out of bounds. Cincinnati takes possession. Now Rush. Pass to Q. Down low, Wooten, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And the first one drops. Dawkins checked in for Prez. He hits both from the stripe. About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's T. Last game he had 12. Pass to Dawkins. And here's Bennett. He's guarded by AI. Got a hand on it. Now Rush. Now here's AI. Just 5 on the clock. Rush outside, buries it from three-point range. Rush has gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2. Here's T. From past the arc, hits it from three-point range.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Wooten. AI kicks to Rush. Pass to Wooten. Shot clock at 6. Some nice passing here by Cincinnati. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Foul, second team foul.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the 3-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
The prodigy, he's checked in for T. And he's good on the second. The last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points. Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Dawkins. Outside Banks. There's the pick to the inside. Here's Bennett, and Bennett throws it down.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Here's Q. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Rush gets the bucket. Now here's Banks. Pass to Dawkins. Kicks it out to Banks. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Cincinnati leading by 5. Here's Wooten. Shoots a 3. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Pass to Banks. To the left side wing. Takes a 3. Sinks the triple.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Wooten. Pass to Q. They set the pick. Now Rush. 8 points for him. The shot by Harrison, no good. To the wing on the left. Here's Dawkins. He's guarded by AI. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
From deep, gets the 3-pointer to fall. And here is Banks. Nothing on the board. Pass to Dawkins. Here's Gaines. Misses the 3.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Out that bucket. 5 points in the game.
Boy, he's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
Here's Rush. AI outside. Q passes to Wooten. Now Rush. Pass to Wooten. And it's off from 3-point range. Here's Banks. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And the advantage he has is obvious. It's clear. I mean, just taking what the defense gives him there.
Rush the pass to Q. Here's the lob to the hoop. It's tipped. To the right side. Here's Rush. He's got 8. AI outside. Pass to Q. Clock at 6. Cincinnati needs to get off a shot. Newman the pass to Rush. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Rush has got 10 points.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And Cincinnati will go for a different look here. Thomas checked in for Newman. Red Hot comes in for Q. G's checked in for Big Smooth. And Silks subbed in for Rush. .111 left to play here in the first. Here's Dawkins. He has yet to score. Keel gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Some nice passing here by Cincinnati. Woods the pass to Law. Here's Woods. Pass to Law. Shot clock at 5. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. 24 seconds left in the first. Trent passes to Dawkins. Now Gaines. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Pass to Law. Out to the right wing. To the middle. Puts up a deep 3. And that one released in time, but no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Cincinnati leads by 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from what we've seen from Cincinnati, guys, what are you seeing?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at them.
There's it out there with Dawkins. Then there's Smooth. Then there's the prodigy. And Thomas with the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Dawkins. Hasn't made one yet. It's rebounded by Cincinnati.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
And, you know, with 2 teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
For Cincinnati, they come into this one following a loss to Seattle.
And, guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, and, you know, to come up short at the line is frustrating because that's controllable, and it's actually a free throw. So you feel like you leave loose change out there when you don't convert.
Here's Law. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Here's Silk. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Keels. Here is Gaines. Here's Dawkins. Launches it. Oh, that's blocked. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Hey, Clark, no one covers the college game like you. And for new pros, what are the biggest challenges adjusting to life in the NBA and the play itself?
Speed and size, Kevin. I mean, that's where it really starts. You've got to be in great condition, but the speed and size of the players at the NBA level is unlike any other basketball you play. Everybody in the NBA is big and athletic, and things are just played and done at a much faster pace.
Now, here's Thomas. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year.
Both clubs physically dominant inside the paint, and that's why you see those outstanding shot blocking numbers.
Get this board, fellas. Get this board. Just back to my feet. Shoes on tight. Moving off. Rebound. Shoot on. It's ours. It's ours. It's ours.
He misses the free throw. Rush is jacked in for Cincinnati.
Big rebound. Big rebound. Let's get it. Get it. Get it. Pinch here. Pinch here. We go back up. Right here. Right here. I got back on D. I'm back on this here. This game's over. We got this. We got this. You got it out. You got it out. Make sure to pitch down there. I got here. I got shooter. I'm out, man. Match up. I got bag. You're big. I got my man. I got here. I got here. Make sure you get the man.
And the second free throw, good. Gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Here's Dawkins. Still yet to score. Trent kicks it to Gaines. Here's Prez. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
6 to shoot. Deep 2 from Rush. Does not find the target. That makes him 3 for 5. Dawkins kicks to Prez. Pass to Dawkins. Fires from 18. Good. Dawkins has got his first points in this one. Cincinnati leading by 6. Here's Woods. Now Rush. 10 points for him. Sweet little floater. Rush has got 12 in the game.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Prez passes to Trent. There's the lob to Prez. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
And the shot is good. Rush has got the lead up to 8 now for Cincinnati.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. So for Cincinnati, Newman comes in for Thomas. And it's Big Smooth in for Rush. Over to the wing. Here's Dawkins. Bangs home the trifecta. Dawkins has got his second basket of the night.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Pass to Wooten. Trying his luck from deep. Offensive rebound. Here's Silk. Some nice passing here by Cincinnati. Shot clock at 3. On Monday and then on Wednesday.
And looking at that Jacksonville matchup, that will be game number 10 for them. Starting to get into the full swing of things. Should be a fun one.
Q. He's checked in for Cincinnati. Rush comes in for G. Gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And Silk gets the whistle that time.
Number 14.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
27. First personal
And now
foul.
we'll get
Second
perspective
team
here on
foul.
how the hustle game has been going for Cincinnati.
For the away team.
You have to give them credit for their defense here in the early stages. I mean, they've shown tremendous anticipation, on the same page as a unit defensively, especially on those block shots.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
The first one falls, and Cincinnati making a change here. Harrison's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Cincinnati leading by 3. Here's Rush. 14 points for him. Pass to Q. Here's Wooten. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
For Cincinnati, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Rush the pass to Q. Now Rush. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds to Cincinnati. They'll retain possession.
Cincinnati.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
You can almost feel the mindset he has. I mean, when the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Here's Wooten. Connects on the 17-footer. Wooten's got 6. Gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Outside Banks. Pass to Prez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's T. Launches a 3. Rush grabs the miss.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And here's AI. Now Rush. He's got 14. Back to Harrison. That's off target. Not sure why he took that one. Shooting 41% for the game. Pass to T. Out left to the wing. Prez kicks to Bennett. Here's T. Takes the 3. Drops in the tray. He's got 6.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
107 left in the first half. Here's Q. Scoreless thus far. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
For Cincinnati, they missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
The first free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Pass to Bennett. 44 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Prez. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. For Cincinnati, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Here's Q. Pass to Rush. Now AI. Shot clock at 6. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. Harrison's got his second bucket tonight.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway. Take the shot that's available.
Goes up to the stripe. No good on the last second attempt there. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Cincinnati ahead, up 4. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
Welcome to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time is the tip-off.
2 of the best teams in the league facing off. Let's go.
Oh, let's go. That's going to be a fun one, guys.
Gotta get these fellas some allergy medicine. They're clearly allergic to the paint, and it's a problem.
Aren't you sponsored by an allergy medication?
Not yet, and not one that can fix this.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Cool Hands in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Cincinnati leading by 4. We've got Q, Harrison out there with Rush. Then it's Big Smooth, and it's Newman in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. He tries for 3. Rush gets the bucket. Rush has got 17 now. Being at a decent 44% clip here. They've got T. He's out there with Prez. Easy breezy out there with Bennett. And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Rush the pass to Harrison. To the paint. Here's Q. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's the screen. The shot by T, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Rush. He's got 17. Inside, ball's knocked loose. Pass to Banks. Fires the 3. Drills it from outside. Banks has got 5 points now in the quarter.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Q to the inside. Wooten. Banks with a rebound. Here's T. He's guarded by AI. Pass to T. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Harrison passes to Newman. It's good. Newman's got his first basket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's T. He's guarded by AI. T's shot is good.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Pass to Q. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Now here's Banks. He's guarded by AI. For the lead, the rebound by Q. For Cincinnati, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. To the left wing, Harrison kicks to Rush. Off target from three-point range. Gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. AI with it, now guarded by Prez. Now Rush. He's got 17. Pass to Newman. Over Prez. Misses off the left iron. Shooting in this game, 45%. For the lead, it's rebounded by Cincinnati. Here's Rush. AI outside. Pass to Q. Puts up a 3. Nailed from three-point land. Q's got 5 points so far. Here's T. He's got 9. There's a good screen. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Cincinnati. Newman's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now Rush. And AI throws it down.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you gotta love that action.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. So for Cincinnati, Red Hot is checked in for Big Smooth. G comes in for Harrison, and Silks subbed in for Rush. The visitors with the ball. They trail by 6. Here's Dawkins. 5 points in the game. Now Gaines. Just 4 to shoot. Out of bounds, Cincinnati takes possession. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
You look at T, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in the groove.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more. And as we get closer to the three-point contest, once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
Here's Dawkins. And it's Trent in the corner. Pass to Gaines. It's Trent on the wing. Here's Keel. Dawkins kicks it to Gaines. Good on the three-point shot. Here's Woods. Still scoreless.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Q. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to Keels. Here's Dawkins. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And now just a 4-point Cincinnati lead. G kicks to Law. 1:25 left in the third quarter. Hughes' shot is off.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
On the top of the key, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. 9 points in the game so far. For Cincinnati, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Pass to Law. Here's Q. Tries a three. It's hauled in by Trent.
Frozen. The guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
And it's Captain Clutch with the foul. That's his first foul. Rush is jacked in for Q.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Prez. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Here's Law. Over to the left wing. Pass to Woods. There's a screen. 6 to shoot. Here's Silk. Cincinnati again missing. Prez with the ball. No good. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Cincinnati leads by 2. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Doing reasonably well, 45%. Red Otto's out there with Thomas. Then it's Silk. Then it's Rush. And it's Woods in at the 3. Here's Prez. He nails it. And we're tied up.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here's Thomas. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. And Cincinnati leads by 2.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
Here's Dawkins. Pass to Prez to take the lead. Law with the rebound. Well, Cincinnati shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Here's Woods. Now Rush. Here's Woods, defended by Trent. The shot by Silk, no good.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Trent kicks to Prez. Top of the key. Not going to go that time.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk. But later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
Here he goes. Long, and it's blocked. Here's Dawkins. Down low. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
G dishes to Thomas. Out to the wing. Here's Rush. Rebound by Gaines. Gaines has got 7 rebounds in the game. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Now here's Prez to take the lead. It's hauled in by Thomas.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Now Rush to the middle. Here's Law, and he slams it one-handed.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. So for Cincinnati, Newman's checked in for Thomas. Q comes in for Red Hot. And it's Big Smooth in for G. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. And he begged his guys to get after it on the break. He said, let's keep up the tempo, guys. You know how dangerous we are on the break. Be confident with the ball. Take risks. Move it, guys.
Thank you, David. It's good from long range.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Yeah, I think that might have been intentional. Perhaps was not an accident because he's typically not the guy that's taking that shot at this stage of the game.
Here's Q to the paint. Here's Wooten. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Harrison's checked in for Cincinnati.
One shot. One shot.
Oh, I got shooter, man. Rebound. Gotta get it. Quick out. Big rebound, big rebound. Let's get it, get it, get it. Pinch here, pinch here. We go back up. Right here, right here. I got back on the outside.
On the free throw, no good. Gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. T, the pass to Bennett. And here is Banks. There's the screen from downtown. Trains it from beyond the arc. Banks has got 11 points here in just the second half.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now, here's AI. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
That one is off.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
So we can't get either to fall. Gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And here is Prez. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Cincinnati. Newman's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Pass to Q. They set the screen. And a miss there on the triple. And 44% in the fourth, the offense with some ups and downs. The shot by T, no good.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Here's Rush. Here's Wooten. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul, 3rd team foul. At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's T. Jacks up a three. The rebound by Q. Q's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Has to rush. Here's Q. Now rush. Here's Wooten. Shoots over Banks. Cincinnati again missing. Now here's Prez. He's guarded closely.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside Banks. Shoots the three. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
And it's a big one. What a performance from long range. Remarkable.
And there's the
That's
call.
great.
It's going to be an illegal screen.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
Reads the play well there and gets himself in the air at just the right time. Terrific denial.
Gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. .135 left in the fourth quarter. It's good again and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Pass to T. Over in the corner, Prez. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Wooten. Nice touch on the bank shot. Wooten's got 6 here in this quarter. Here's Banks. .103 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Rush. Pass to Wooten. Shoots over Banks. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Gorgeous, gorgeous fadeaway there. I mean, that's one way to beat some tight defense.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Now here's Prez. Fires from deep. And the 3 ball is good.
Timeout, timeout. So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Cincinnati calls timeout. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
Wooten, it's deflected, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
.26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for the away team. Banks taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Nails the triple. 16 seconds left in the game. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. the second one. And Rush kicks to AI. Here's Harrison. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. The visiting club takes the win on the road. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the player of the game, Easy Breezy.